I think the one that I don't know if I will get anytime soon into is like One Piece.
Oh,
Just
900 and something episodes?
nope, nope. They haven't. I will wait until they find the One Piece. And
Yeah. I lay on the scale, you gotta glow, you gotta glow. She had my attention, she gotta know.
I'd like to welcome everyone to another episode of the Let's Get Out podcast. I'm your host Zeke, and in this episode I have my friend Gabby to talk about anime, video games, and adjusting to the new COVID-19 world. I'd like to give a content warning for any strong language used in this episode, and hope you have a nice day and enjoy the show. First question is always, what would your origin story be?
what would my what be?
Origin story.
What would my story be?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, my story is I'm from Queens.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 19. I don't know. I'm a gamer. I'm into games, video games. I'm into anime. Um, I have two dogs, and I'm a college student. Yeah, that's pretty much my story.
So would it be like an anime, video game, a book?
Mm, I think it would be. I think it'd be a video game because I feel
Mm-hmm.
like there's so many different paths to what my story can go into that like you can pick and choose and you get fun with it.
So it's like a choose your adventure, like an open world.
Yeah, definitely open world
Mm-hmm.
for sure. Yeah, that's
Nice.
me with that linear.
So with video games in mind, how long you been
hmm
playing video games?
So I've been playing video games, I would say like since I started high school.
Mm-hmm.
I started with The Legend of Zelda, and that
Mm-hmm.
was because my dad got me into it. And he has like all of the consoles and all of the like games in the lineup, and he was like, come check this out. And I didn't really like, really know what to expect because he
Mm-hmm.
was telling me like, yeah, you play this guy who has to like save a princess and like defeat this villain, and like he introduced me. I think the first one he introduced me was Ocarina of Time.
Okay.
Like I was like, this is
It's
cool. This is fun.
64. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he introduced it to me on the 64, and I was like, this is weird. Like, why? Like, this looks so old. And he's like, yeah, because it's the OG, it's the original. So he started like playing it with me a lot more often. Like, he was teaching me how to play it,
Mm-hmm.
and then he would play it on his own, and then I just started getting into it, and then um, I kind of took a break after a while when I was in high school because I kind of like it didn't really interest me a lot anymore. But then I got back into it when the Switch came out, which was like 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then I started getting into it, and now I play a lot. Like I have like Smash Bros. I have I got into like Overwatch a little bit with like my friends, like that area of gaming. But like I don't know, Overwatch seems really like a lot to me. Like I'm down for like Smash or whatever, but like I don't know, like people raging and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know if I'm into that. But yeah, like other than that, it's been pretty cool. So like I would say I'm a gamer in the sense of like Nintendo and like Mortal Kombat. Like I'm very like I don't stick to just like one
Mm-hmm.
area of gaming. But I think I'm pretty well versed. But yeah, that's pretty much when I started.
So you started pretty late in life, man.
Yeah, pretty late. I didn't start really early on. I was kind of like I was a late I was a late bloomer. Yeah.
Cause I don't remember when I started, but I've been told I've been starting playing since I was 2 years old on the
Oh
PlayStation
wow.
One.
Heard you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I could have gotten more into like the PlayStation because I was really like my dad only had like the Nintendo consoles. Like he didn't really have like PlayStations or Xbox. So I kind of wish I got into that more. Like I got
Mm-hmm.
into Xbox and PlayStation with like my cousins because they had like one of my cousins had a PlayStation. And the
Yeah.
first thing I played was like Injustice, which is like again, it's not that old of a game. It's like mid 2010s, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I also had a really late start, but I kind of wish I got into that. So yeah,
Cause I had a PlayStation One, Two, Three, Four, PSP.
yeah, heard you.
So you more to like, so you're very gamer. But so
hmm
when you first started playing Zelda, Zelda? Did you really enjoy it, or is it more of like an learning experience? Or
it was different. It was different than like
Mhm.
what I originally thought a game would be, just because of like, because the way that my dad explained it was like very, very simple. But
Mhm.
then like as I kept playing a lot more, it was like I could get items and I could,
Yeah.
I had to use the items in order to figure out these different puzzles. And I had to like there were times where like I remember the first time where I first like almost rage quit because I was like trying to get this puzzle done and I really couldn't. And I was like, bro, I can't get this puzzle. Oh my god. My dad was like, dude, relax, take a breath. Like I was really, really mad because I couldn't get this done because it seemed so simple, but it
Yeah.
was so hard. I forgot like what exactly it was. It was like to get into like one of the temples or something. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I it was really, really difficult for me and I really couldn't do it. And then I had to like take a break. So I took like a 15-minute break and I was like, I'm trying to like figure out how to get this puzzle, man. But then what ended up happening was I forgot to use one of the items that I had originally gotten
Mm-hmm.
for for the puzzle. So I use it, and like when every time you open the treasure box, like it has
They're like,
like the plays the
yeah.
music. So I found the treasure, and I was like, wait, I had more of this item already. Like I could have just used it to figure out how to get into this temple, and I did. And then like 1, 2, 3, it opened up, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It was, but like those were like really like what made it a lot of fun. I
Mm-hmm.
liked the challenges that came with it. That it wasn't just like you like it wasn't as linear as I thought it was gonna be. Like, yeah, I can do it. I can just save this princess and like get it over with. But nah, I had to open up so many different like also like the worlds too. Like it was just so
Mm-hmm.
massive for me at the time. And really Ocarina was like the game that got me into games because I was like, I don't know, there was more like that. And like at the time that like everything had already come out. So like Majora's Mask, like all of the
Yeah.
original like after the 90s and whatever. So I started to play a lot more, and like my time would be dedicated to playing these games and like playing them to its full capacity.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then I tried hero mode for the first time, like the hardest one, and I couldn't do it. I was like, no, 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 I'm gonna stick with the regular. But yeah, I think Zelda was definitely like the game that really kind of opened my eyes to like even knowing other Nintendo games. Like
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know like Mario was a thing until I played like my third Zelda game, and I was like, "Oh, so Mario is like from the same company as Zelda." My dad was like, "Yeah, it's Nintendo," and I was like, "Oh." Like I didn't pay.
Like, since when?
Yeah, I was like, "Wait, what?" Like I didn't play Super Mario Brothers like until like 2012, which is like
Mm-hmm.
it's very, very late, but I like really it was just my dad. That was also the game that my dad was into only. Like he never really like was
Mm-hmm.
into Mario. He was into Zelda, so that was just like what he wanted to do. But yeah, that's been like pretty much my experience with it so far.
And result, did you keep up with the story and like the different storylines in time?
Yep. Yeah, I put myself in. I like the whole timeline, the all of that stuff. I put myself into that. I'm still on Breath of the Wild,
Mm-hmm.
but it's in the sense of like it's such an open world. So I haven't defeated the main boss yet of Breath of the Wild. And on my Switch, the Switch tells you like how many hours you've logged in to like
Yeah.
and it says I have like over 300 hours Breath of the Wild because it's so like it's such an open world that there's still things that like even in the story like I already spoiled it for myself. I know what happens at the end, so I'm just
Yeah.
like I just haven't played it for myself yet. But I definitely keep up with the story and I know that Breath of the Wild 2 is like they announced it earlier last year. Hopefully like I don't know what's going on. I know everything's delayed for like a date or whatever, but I definitely follow up with the story and I'm like, what's next? Because I think one thing that I also love about Zelda too is that like it's still the same story, but there's aspects that they change of it. So it's
Yeah.
still like you're still Link, you're still fighting to save the princess from Ganon, but it's like now you're a wolf and now there's 3 days and now you have to do an ocarina. And it's like added elements that you think wouldn't like you're like, wait, that doesn't really make sense. But then when you see it in the game, you're like, wait, that does make sense. So yeah, I definitely follow up with like the story and everything.
Mm-hmm. I remember my first Zelda game was the one that came with the DS Lite, and then I tried to play it. It had puzzles, and then I was like, you know what? Not for me.
Oh, I think it was it had puzzles? I'm trying to see because they all have puzzles.
Yeah.
But the DS Lite one, I'm trying to think. It was probably like Four Swords, something like that. It probably was like one of the off-brand games.
It was Phantom of the Hourglass, something like
An
that.
Hourglass?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there are some games that like don't really like keep up with like the main storyline. So Phantom Hourglass is one of them. Like if you were to look like this is just me getting into the story for a bit, but like if you were to look at like the timeline, there are some games that kind of like branch off. So it's
Mm-hmm.
not just like part of the main story. And Phantom Hourglass is one of them. If you've seen one that's called like Four Swords, it's like four
Yeah.
things and they're all different colors. Yeah, that one is kind of like not really like the main game. But yeah, that was definitely one of them. And see, like the thing is, like I haven't played all of the Zelda games either. Like I haven't played Phantom Hourglass. I
Mm-hmm.
don't really know much about it. I've just played like the main ones. So I've played
Yeah.
Ocarina, I played Majora, the original ones, Zelda 2, Adventure of Link, whatever, and then like Twilight Princess and everything that came after that. But yeah, there are still some games that I haven't played.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had puzzles. I was like, you know what? Not for me. Nope, never again.
Yeah, a lot of them are like very puzzle savvy, and I'm just like, I need to see some action. Like, I need to see some sword fights, some like some storyline. Like, I'm down for the story mode. Um, but yeah, some of them are too puzzly, and I try to skip it. If not, I'm just like, okay, switch for another game,
Yeah.
Mario, and I'll be fine. Yeah.
So, like, gaming, do you play games for like fun, or do you like to play to complete them?
So it really depends. Like they're like right now, like if you were to like look at like my Switch library, like for Breath of the Wild, like I play for fun, but for like Pokemon, because right now I have two Pokemons. I have Pokemon Shield, and then I
Mm-hmm.
have Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. And Let's Go Eevee, I played like to complete it. Like I didn't binge it, like I didn't rush it, but I wanted to play that to completion. But like for Pokemon Sword, like I know that has a bigger world and like a bigger area than like
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. So that one is mostly just like I take my time with it. But it really depends on like the game. Like if I like for me I knew like I couldn't do Breath of the Wild like all in like a couple of months. Like I knew I had to like stretch it out. So it really just depends. But if I'm playing a game again, then I
Mm-hmm.
think like I can just rush it and I'm just like, yeah, I'll just make it just do the story mode. But mostly I do play it for fun if it's the first time because I kind of want to get to know everything. And then you can always open up like another save file and just like play that again once you're done.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of both, to be
Mm-hmm.
honest.
Your gaming, do you do it for like more by yourself, or you do it with your friends?
Mm, I would say like I mean I'm down for playing with other people. Like I don't think it shouldn't just be by myself. Like a solo game where like you really can't play with other people, then I'll just be like, hey guys, it's me right now. But if it's a game like Smash or if it's a game like Overwatch, Mortal Kombat, like I'm down for like playing with friends. Or even if it's like Mario or like the best group game Wii Sports. It's really really fun with people. But yeah, it's a little bit of both. It also just like depends on the game. Like a lot of the like I know Zelda isn't really like a two player. It's mostly just play as Link and like that's it. But I heard a rumor that like Breath of the Wild 2 you can maybe get to play as a different character. I don't know. Um People were saying that you may get to play Zelda.
Like Zelda, or like Chic Zelda? Wait, what?
You froze.
You froze. Yeah, all my connections are unstable.
Okay.
Go. Anything good on that side?
I'm good. Yeah, I hear you're good now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like like Zelda, or Chic Zelda?
Oof. um, I mean, honestly though, like when I first saw Sheik as like a character,
Mm-hmm.
and I found out that Sheik was actually Zelda, I was like, ooh, like that was such a plot twist for me. I was like, wait, what? She's a person, but I don't know. I feel like Zelda, like for me, Zelda and Peach are kind of like the same in my opinion. Like they're just like waiting for the man to save them, and I'm just like, girls, ladies, let's not. But honestly though, like Zelda has been through so much stuff though. Like she's like it's not just like Homegirl's been kidnapped so many times. Like Peach just like played it off, but like Zelda is like Zelda can be badass when she wants to be, especially in Breath of the
Mhm.
Wild. She's a lot more like she's a lot more she advocates for herself a lot more in Breath of the Wild I've seen.
Mhm.
Like she tries to fight off like the bad guys on her own in like story mode. Um and all that, but like I don't know. Just because like Zelda's changed, but Sheik has always been like the badass that Zelda wants to be, but like
Mhm.
Zelda's like this princess and she like has to like save her kingdom and whatever. I don't know. I feel like it's weird because Sheik and Zelda are the same person, so I can't just be like um but honestly though, like I would probably say Sheik because I know she can like defend herself while Zelda can just be like, I'm a princess, save me. Yeah.
Mhm. Gaming. So I stick most of the PlayStation because birth.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember Sly Cooper was a good game back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I remember like gaming was more like just for fun, and then once I got to middle school, then became with friends. But online really became a thing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we're Call of Duty, and I can play with my friends. Yay!
Yeah, and I think like for me like that's been kind of like my biggest thing where like I never really got the opportunity to like play Call of Duty or like play like other group games. Like I was only raised on like the Nintendo like console, so I never really got the chance to like be on Xbox or be on PlayStation.
Get that?
So
Like, we're Nintendo people, and that's it. That's only.
Oh, I mean, like, I think that was the only thing that he saw back in the day. Like, he didn't really see a lot of like play because he and I were having this conversation. And I was like, "What got you to like be into Nintendo? Like, you could have
Hmm.
been like a PlayStation guy, or you could have been an Xbox guy. Like, what really got you into like the Nintendo console?" And he was like, "Bro, that's the only thing I saw at the store, man. Like, that was the only thing that they marketed for me. They were like, bro, Nintendo, like SNES, like, what is that?" So that was what my dad saw.
Hmm.
Like that really wasn't like it's not that he didn't want to be into PlayStation. He was just like that was just what was available at the time.
Because
But
Nintendo came out first, and then Sega. Well,
mhm,
Atari, before then, but then Nintendo came back. Then you had Sega.
yeah,
Then you got PlayStation. Then you got Microsoft, and then Sega died.
yeah.
I remember having my GameCube. We still have the GameCube itself, not anything else with it.
Yeah, yeah. My dad has a GameCube. He has like, and the thing is like he's maintained them so well that
Hmm.
like it works. Like I have like this video and I'll send it to you of like my dad like literally playing like the OG. Like he connected all the wires to the television, and I was like, what? Like how does this still exist? And he's like, nah, I just like because he hasn't tried to like sell it or anything. Like he's just kept it in like our attic for like so many years. So it's everything's still in its condition, which is like really, really cool.
Yeah, I was like 5 when I got the GameCube, so yeah.
Mm-hmm. I know, yeah. Yeah,
Like,
like yeah, but that's a pretty old person. um, yeah, because my dad was like probably like in his teens when that came out. Yeah.
like I was,
Mm,
yeah. So that's so half it itself.
yeah.
So gaming. Hmm. So let's move on from gaming to more of like anime, TV shows.
Yeah, I heard you.
So
Yeah.
we both seen Castlevania.
Yeah. Yeah. Season three.
Season 3.
What was season three at this point? Like
It was a ben-
they
It was like
really
a.
like they really did Alucard dirty, man. Like they did Alucard dirty, they did Hector dirty, but like
I don't like
Carmilla,
Hector.
you don't like
Oh,
Hector. Okay, yeah, I don't like Hector either. I feel like he's too I don't know, like he's easily manipulative, which is like it's not his fault to a point because he's also like in these extreme circumstances, but like at the same time he's like I hate humans and whatever, but then it's like you let yourself be like abused by these women and I don't know man like he like I was there looking at my screen I was like really Hector wait you really about to be like doing this right now? And like that whole like episode 9, just the entirety of episode 9 to me was like, what? Like I literally had to skip it because I was like, what is happening? I've never seen so much sex in my entire life. It was
You like my
it was
eyes? I'm young.
yeah, I was like, wait, no. But I think like that's what made it like so like as much as like season 9, season 3, 9. Season 3 was like a lot. It was also, I would say, like one of the best executed seasons because there was just so much like I don't want to say plot twist, at least for me, because I kind of knew like everything with Alucard was coming because I was like, they're probably gonna like beat him up or something.
Yeah.
It wasn't gonna be like just so open to doing that. But as they were doing it and like the execution of it, I was like, wow, like it was a lot that I had to like stop like after episode 9, and I was like, bro, let me just absorb
No.
this now because they did everybody dirty, so
Yeah.
yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. But I don't know, they ended it on a cliffhanger, and I was like, is everything gonna go back to like how it was with like Dracula and like how he hated humans? Like it's pretty much like you don't know because they could like season 4 could just come in and be like, well,
Yeah.
Dracula's back, and like it'll be like okay. But yeah, I would just say like because I never played the games either. Like I
Me
got
neither.
into Castle, like I didn't really know it was a gaming series until they were like, yeah, based on the video games, and I was like, what? Like wait, um, but I heard like some of them were great, but some of them like weren't that good. So
Yeah.
I was just like, okay. But yeah, I think Castlevania is like one of the best like video game adaptations I've seen. Especially like just looking at like like the story of the games and also like the story of the show and like how they align, but they also are different in the sense of like they don't necessarily copy everything.
Yeah.
Because I also follow the story of Castlevania through the games, and I was like reading up on like all the wikis and stuff and
Yeah.
like who's who and everything, just so like it could make sense to me because I was like, who is this Lisa? Like why is she important? Because I didn't know, so then I like looked it up and I was like, wow, this is actually like aligning really well with the game.
Yeah.
Because I know like the biggest thing with video game adaptations of like movies and film is that they're just not good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But I think one video game adaptation that I want to see is The Witcher. I don't know if you've seen it.
Not yet.
I've heard mixed reviews that like it's okay. It's not like the best. That the game is like a lot is better in the terms of like story, but
Yeah.
I don't
I don't know. I haven't played the game or watched the show, so I don't have no reference.
know. Okay, heard you. Yeah, for sure, for sure. But yeah, that's pretty much like anime, like Netflix anime that I've seen. The
Yeah.
rest I just watch on like Crunchyroll, but I just watch a bunch of like shoujo stuff. I rarely watch any shonen. I think the two shonen that I've watched are like Demon Slayer and then Hunter x Hunter. But that's because like everybody knows those two. Like
Yeah.
I like when I say like I'm into anime, I'm not into like all of anime. I've just been like really introduced. I started watching anime I would say about like 2 years ago. So I'm like a
You're
newbie.
late.
I'm late to so many things.
Yeah.
But I'm into it, and then now I'm watching like a bunch of shoujo animes now because like the bubbles and the romance and all that stuff, and I love it. So yeah, like
So
I could talk about like shonen too.
yeah. So I'm gonna stay in Castlevania for a second and talk about how they had the video game aspects in the show, how you ask the townspeople for like questions and they give you the answer. Like in video games, you go into the open world and you ask the people around. You see what they're saying about what's going on.
Yeah.
And then how Trevor found the whip inside of chest, inside of a wall.
Yeah, boy.
I was
Yeah.
like, that is a video game.
Yeah, honestly, and I liked how they incorporated elements of the game, like the music and all that, into the show. Like when they started playing like the battle music too, when like Trevor brought out the whip and like and the chain, I was like, oh, like I felt like I was like watching like a boss, like
two whips.
Yeah, a whip and a chain. Oof. But yeah, also I think one of the biggest turnoffs for me for that season, I would say,
Mm-hmm.
was like the whole like portal to hell thing.
Yeah.
Just because I've seen that trope played so many times of
Mm-hmm.
just like, yeah, we're trying to open a portal hell, like we're trying to bring back hell, and I was like, oh my god, another one. Um, literally just DJ Khaled just put in my head. Once I saw that, I was like, oh no. But I liked how they incorporated Dracula into this one.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just see like a glimpse of him with his wife, and then you just kind of you know you see him like y'all really like love me. Like I spent season 1 and 2 trying to go back to my wife, and like y'all trying to bring me back. Um, but yeah, I think they really did my son Alucard dirty, man.
Yeah.
Like that was my biggest like takeaway. I was like, oh man, now he hates humans. He gotta
You're like, you know what? Dad did this. I'm gonna do it too.
Yeah, that's literally what he said though. He's like, bro, this literally worked for my dad. I'm gonna let it work for me. Yeah, man. What do you think about Carmilla and like her little trio of sisters? Are they lovers too? I don't know.
Two of them are. Two of them are lovers.
I know two of them are like what? Like they're married. Like
Yeah.
the brolic one,
Yeah.
and and then like the smart one are like married.
Yeah.
And the youngest one who like seems okay. What's her name? Lenore.
Yeah.
Lenore. She freaky. She a freaky vampire, man. I like when I saw what like went down, I was like, damn girl, you freaky. Like everyone thought she was innocent and she was
Mm-hmm.
pure. She was like the like what I think she called herself like the healer or something. I
The
don't know.
diplomat. The diplomat.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, the diplomat. I was like, okay, she's trying to like, like
Manipulate.
help Hector get out, or
Yeah.
right? And then she like put the little like ring on him, and I was like, damn, girl. I I was literally like staring at my phone. I was like, wow, you a freaky little vampire, damn. And she was like, yeah, he's my pet now, and I was like,
It's like, this is my sex slave. Wait, what?
yeah, I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, no, I was like, shit. Like even Carmela was like, girl, what are you doing? I was like, same sis. Like I think we were all Carmela in that point. I was like, okay, damn, you a freaky little one.
This is why she had to sit at the table.
Get right,
Yeah.
right. And I was like, I don't know if that's how like you exert power, but like if that, I mean, you do you, fam. I was like, you do you. But yeah, Hector really was like one of the biggest like turn off for me too. I was just like, damn man, when you gonna learn, bro? Like he opened his heart up to Carmilla,
Yeah.
and then that's what he gets. He gets to like be dragged and whatever. And then he opens it up to Lenore. And the thing is, like, he was doing so well in the beginning. Like he was like not wanting to be with her. He was like, I don't care. But then little boy was like, I'm gonna open my heart up to you and like so much more. And then boom, gets literally clapped, and he's
Even worse.
yeah, worse than clapped, and he's done. I was like, man.
Like, this is why Isaac's the best character.
Yeah. Oh my God, Isaac had such a great arc this season. One of the best, man. Like when he had that talk with the captain,
Yeah.
that was good. Like I really love the dialogue. I was like, damn. Also, too, like I really liked Sypha in this season. Sypha in this season,
Yeah.
like really matured very quickly.
Yeah.
I remember Sypha being like, like she knew her stuff, but she was
Mhm.
like still like, being able to see like the good in everybody.
Mhm.
But also like that storyline with the judge and like the kids.
Yeah.
Bro, I was like, wow. What I would this it was a lot, but definitely I had a newfound appreciation for Sypha and like the fact that she was able to like be a lot more assertive.
Mhm.
And also just like the dialogue between her and Trevor. I was like, kawaii, bro. It was cute. But I miss the three of them together, Alucard, Trevor, and Sypha. I miss that so much. Oh my god, that scene when like he made the dolls of them.
Yeah.
He was like making fun of like he was like using voices, and then he he tried to like mimic Sypha's accent, and she's like, I know I'm better than everybody, and I was like, oh yeah.
He's like, I'm going crazy.
Yeah, he's like, but like, was it a month? But like, since everything, because he also didn't know if it was a month between like ever since he fought his dad.
It
Because he
probably
was like,
was.
yeah, he was like, I'm not sure if it's even a month. And I was like, wow, you going crazy. But yeah, I didn't like the new characters that he ended up like mentoring, but also betraying him with. I don't know why. Like they didn't
They didn't
like.
fit.
Yeah, I felt like they were added just to be added. Like they just wanted to put in new characters because yeah, I think also too is like there was no evidence of them at all existing in season two.
Yeah.
So now they show up in season three. I was like, who are these? Like, who are you? But then yeah, and I think that storyline was rushed.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like that could have been expanded a lot more. I didn't think it had to end in season three. Like,
Uh-huh.
even though I knew that they were gonna die, I just feel like I don't know. Like, I feel like that. I feel like the moments of them training together and whatever like should have been extended. But then they just took that route, and I was like, oh
I was like, okay.
yeah. I was like, ah, now you gonna die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably had to give Alucard something to do. So it was like, let's give him 2 more humans.
Yeah. For sure.
Because I think that's what happened. I think like with Alucard and Dracula, they have like the porcupine complex where they try to get close to people, but they can't because they're also like vampires. So they can't
Hmm.
get close to humans because humans want to kill them, but they
Yeah.
kind of don't want to kill them.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what Dracula took his repression. He was like, you know what? Let's kill with all of it.
Yeah, and I think too, kind of going off of that porcupine complex you were saying, I feel like also Isaac too, kind of
Yeah,
had a little bit of that. In that, like he even said it himself. He was like, I want to hate humans, but like they're giving me opportunities to like love them though because they're being kind and like generous,
yeah,
and like yeah, Isaac's arc in season three was like one of the best that I've seen. Because they're like he was able to like think he redeemed himself, but he kind
uh-huh.
of he kept killing people.
Yeah,
But also like the action scenes too were like really really good. Like the scene with Isaac when like he got all of his monsters to like fight the people in the ball. I was like,
yeah,
wow. But I heard that that was like a part of the game, and a lot of
yeah,
fans that were a part that like played the game were like really really happy that they implemented that. And I think with video game adaptations, as long as you really stick to like the story and you bring elements of the game into the movie, it can work out.
yeah,
It's like the producers decide not to because they want to like make it that it's like, oh, we're not just adapting the game. But I'm
yeah.
like, that's what fans are looking for, though. Like, they're looking for, like, like Sonic to look like Sonic.
Not have teeth and look
Yeah,
human.
to not look human. But, they then, like, they mess it up. But I feel like with Castlevania, it's also an anime. And I feel like that's what makes it easier that it's not a live action. Because I feel like live action Castlevania would be so wild. Like, it would be and I think the guys over at Netflix and like the producers have a lot more freedom when it comes
Yeah,
to animation because they're able to animate these things. But I feel like too Netflix has been wanting to get into the anime, area a lot more often now because they added like a whole bunch of anime that I
yeah.
was like they added Hunter x Hunter and I was like wow because I only saw that on Crunchyroll.
Hmm.
Um, but Netflix only added up to season three, so I don't know what's up with that. They really should have added all the seasons, but it's fine. Um, but yeah, I feel like for Castlevania, I definitely think it's like one of the best like video game adaptations of animation or live action. I just like I
Yeah.
know if they were to do live action of Castlevania, it would be a lot. Like I don't think they would do what they could do with like season three. I feel like they would have had to make it like rated R for sure. Um,
NC-17.
yeah, I think so because you can't like I definitely don't see them having like that much freedom with a live action versus an animation. Also because like I think also it comes down to like how many episodes they came out with because I know like because they started off with four
Yeah,
in one and everyone was like why was this so short? But it's because like it was so like graphic that they were like we don't know if you guys were gonna like it.
yeah.
Because it was giving me a lot of like Attack on Titan vibes with how
Hmm.
graphic it was. But I know like Attack on Titan is like over here, and like Castlevania is like right. It's like a little bit underneath, but like Attack on Titan is graphic, but that's a whole other thing. But
Hmm.
um, Yeah, I feel like also with the episode count, it left like fans wanting more, and then the
Yeah,
people that never play the games, like you and I have, like we were also like, bro, like I like this. Let's keep this going.
yeah.
I think 10 episodes was good. I feel like it was a good like it was enough.
Hmm.
Because I feel like if they were to pull out like an 8 episode again, I'd be like, are y'all serious? Like 10. But yeah, I feel like also that storyline with the judge and the kids kind of going back to that was wild. I was like,
Yeah.
wow. Because I saw the judge as a character that like I don't want to say I could trust, but that
Hmm.
I thought was like an ally. And then, you go to his house and you see all the like little like the
Shoes.
shoes and stuff, and I was like, bro, he killed kids. And like even Psycho was like, I'm angry, and I was like, girl, I'm angry too. Like post up. Um,
Because when he
wow.
told the kid to go to the apple tree, and he told the God, wait, what was the guy named? Bibber and something like that. They go to that same apple tree, and he goes like,
Oh, what's his name? Yeah, yeah. The main
yeah,
guy. Um, it started with an S. It was like
something,
Sola, something like
something.
that. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, I was like, whoa. Like, I think also how they executed it was like wild because
Yeah,
I didn't notice like when it cut to like his body on like impaled on all those sticks, I was like, why? Like, cause it was funny because I watch it like because my
hmm
Netflix is automatically with like subtitles. I don't know why, but I saw like the subtitle that come up and it's like, wait, like what's with all of those little like with the shoes and all that? And I was like,
yeah,
where do y'all see that? Like I didn't see this the first time, but then when they went to his house and they saw little shoes, I was like, so that's why, because it clicked. I was like, wait,
yeah,
why are there like little kids in this town? Because I saw them in the beginning when they first came, and Trevor and Sypha dragged the body of like the night creature with them on their wagon. I
yeah,
saw those, but I was like, what happened to them? Like, where are they? Should we find out where these kids are? And then I was like, oh my god, they
like,
did.
oh,
I was like, they did, and he killed them. But also, like, I didn't really get like I didn't know what was his motive of killing them. Like they explained it a little bit because they were like,
mhm.
oh, he just wanted control of like the people and
Yeah,
like he don't want anybody to get away. But I was like, like I would like it left me with a lot of questions, but I definitely think it was executed very, very well.
hmm I was like,
Yeah.
oh no, and Trevor was like, you know what, you guys are my world now.
Yeah, I was like, wow. Yeah, I love that line where he was like, "We were living in your world and now we're living in mine." I was like, "Whoa,
Mm.
bro." Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
What do you think sucks about Castlevania is that there's always only one Belmont,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to see multiple Belmonts.
Yeah, that was my thing too, because I feel like the games only focus on one Belmont, which
Yeah,
is that should change. Because I feel like if you were to meet like some long lost cousin,
yeah.
double Belmont team up like Carmilla and her gang of vampires. Oof. But I'm also waiting for the moment that like Sypha and Trevor reunite with Alucard because I want to see how that
But
goes.
they're all in a similar place.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like also emotionally and like mentally they're all in a similar place too. Like he
Yeah,
has his mind closed off to people. Like Trevor and Sypha also like despise like the people that were in that town because of how evil they were. Um,
yeah.
but also like what like got me confused for at the beginning, but then I had to
Mhm.
like watch a lot of the last episode to understand was when Sypha was like, "Oh, our mission failed," and I was like, "Wait, what do you mean? Like you guys killed a monster and like everything's fine?" But then after I rewatched it, I was like, "Oh, because everybody died." And that's why. And I was like, "Wait, that makes sense."
He's like, all right, there's dead people.
Yeah, I was like, "Wait, that okay?" Because everything. Um, but yeah, and I get that, and I
Mhm.
think also that's why Trevor said what he said, where he was like, "Welcome to my world," because there are some people that you can't save, as
Yeah,
much as like want to save everybody as much as like everyone is like you think everyone's a good person, and I thought that's what Sypha believed at first, that everyone was
Yeah.
great, like everyone wanted to save everybody, that they were also like not some great people.
Mm-hmm.
But also, what do you think of that guy, the Saint Germain, the guy with
Oh,
the hat?
he was confusing at first, but his arc is not finished. He was.
Yeah.
He got. I need some more details. Because in the
Okay.
game, he's a character in the game, but like since I don't play the game, I don't know who he is.
Yeah, I was also confused because I didn't know, like when they showed the flashback of like the dream that he had, I was like,
Yeah.
what is I was really confused. But I mean, I don't know. He said that he would see them later, so we
But
had to wait
he is a
for.
time traveler though.
That's what I like understood because he was like, I've been in, like he said something that like
Uh huh.
made like that he was a time traveler, and I was like,
Cause he mentioned toilet paper, and the judge was like, "What's toilet paper?"
yeah, yeah, and he was like, I almost spilled it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think also like when he went into like the church and
Mm-hmm.
he like saw like the different like guys that like worship the monster. Also, yeah, I felt like the monster was kind of out of place. Like I didn't really understand the monster to a little. I was like, okay, he came to the monster came to the town.
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly, like I mean, I like we all know he was like a monster from hell, but
Yeah.
um, yeah, I also need like a little more detail. Like if he provided his backstory
Uh
with,
huh.
with details on the monster, that would have
But,
been said. I'd be like,
but,
okay, I get it. Like,
I think the
yeah.
monster also knew the portal was there, and since it's loyal to Isaac, and that Isaac wants Dracula back, that's why
Mm,
he went to the portal. Like we can use this portal to then get Dracula back.
we're just like spoilers. Spoilers for season 4.
Because I
um,
think season 4 is gonna be like the trio has to come back
yeah,
and come fight Carmella, but then Isaac has his army also because he has all the dead bodies.
his Isaac wants to kill Carmilla too, and he wants
Yeah,
to kill Hector
yeah,
for like betraying Dracula, and then he wants to bring Dracula back.
yeah,
I think. Yeah. Yeah, bro, that'll be oof. I feel like what might be like a hot take is that Trevor, Sypha, and Alucard would want to team up with Isaac
uh huh,
just because it may not happen just because Isaac also sees them as traitors. Because like I don't know if he knows that those three killed. I don't think he knows that Dracula's dead. Does he know that Dracula's dead?
I think he probably had. I remember he was talking to the captain. I think he has a hunch. Like he probably
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I know. Yeah, when he was talking about it, he was like, I feel like I don't feel Dracula's presence or something like that anymore.
yeah,
Um, but I feel like he's also angry at Dracula though because he shut him out
yeah.
instead of like because like Homeboy really pledged his whole stuff. He was like, "Bro, I'm here for you. Like, let me fight." And then Dracula was like, "Into the desert." Just like just sent him off. But yeah, I feel like I know definitely Isaac wants to kill Carmilla and Hector because that's literally he was like, "Bro, I gotta kill these traitors." Um, but that'd be a really cool hot take if like they wanted to team up. But I feel like
Yeah.
Isaac would shut them down. He'd be like, "Nah, fam, I got my army. I'm gonna kill these people on my own, um,
Hmm.
and I'm gonna get that done." But yeah, I don't
He
know. This
has a
yeah,
whole town of dead bodies that he
he
could
really
just forge.
yeah, because he was able to transform some of the people that were in that town.
Yeah,
So, like, let me just ask you that whole scene with like him going to the town and like the town people were being used as slaves. That was because like the main guy was a magician. Like he had like magic, right?
yeah,
So like, because I know that people had like that green thing on their.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. I just wanted to clarify that because again, it left me with a lot of questions. It really did. Yeah. But I'm trying to see because there's like this meme that I had that was like again it's just like it was, there's this girl that I follow on
Hmm.
Tumblr who's a character artist for Castlevania, and she was talking about season 3, and I was
Hmm.
like, damn, like she was already talking about how like they really did Alucard dirty, which has already been like it's already been set in stone that they did.
Yeah.
um because he's just like he was already so vulnerable for the fact that he literally killed his dad.
And he was like, "Oh, wait, I killed my dad."
Yeah, and then like these two guys just yeah, again, they were irrelevant. Like no one knew who they were. And then they go off and like I don't know what they did. I think they like chained him. Like they had like
Yeah,
metal, like whatever. I don't know. I don't know, man. But yeah, I think also the art style of Castlevania is really really good. Like
yeah. I don't.
yeah.
Those animators, I don't envy their job. As somebody who knows how to animate, like, hats it off to you guys.
Yeah, also like the animation too is a lot more developed from season
Yeah.
two. Like when you see I forgot what scene it was, but I think it was one of the fighting scenes, like Trevor moves like so flawlessly. Like if you like notice in like last season, the animation was a lot more like abrupt, so like you would like notice each and every frame. But like with Trevor in season three, like his arm, like his whole body just like swerves so elegantly, and I was like, whoa, like this is
Yeah.
good animation. They like upped up their game, which I think why because it's been like what like 2 years since season
Yeah.
like a year and a half since season two. Because I know season one came out in like 2017,
Yeah.
and then season two came out in like end of 20. Because I know it came out on Halloween. So I think it took them like a year and a half for 2019. But like, yeah, yeah, the animation was really like stepped up and the art style too. Um, but I think that's what attracted me to it. Like I really liked that it was gory enough that I could handle it. It was like it was good. But the art style is like very mature and it's not like those animes like those video game adaptations that like seem really like cheesy or corny that
Yeah.
you can actually like you can be like, yeah, I watch Castlevania and it's good. Like it's so underrated too. Like no one wants to get into it and I'm like, y'all, it's a good show, man. Like
Yeah.
good show. T still needs to watch it. She hasn't watched it yet. And I keep telling her, like, bro, we need to talk about it because it's a lot. It's a lot. But yeah. I enjoyed it though. It was a lot, but it was a fun ride.
Hmm.
And there were some cons to it, but like, it is what it is. You just gotta wait for season four, see what happens. But
Yeah. This is like a stepstone season,
yeah.
just to get everybody in the right spots.
Because now like before I used to think of like season two as like now it's like we're in it, but like now season three we definitely in it. Like we in it a lot more for sure.
Yeah. So let's go back to anime.
Mm-hmm. Anime.
So you only got to anime 2 years ago.
Yeah, and it was because honestly, like I wasn't like I got Crunchyroll, I would say like beginning of last year. But 2 years ago, I would say is like I started watching this like shoujo one. It was like a fantasy shoujo. I forgot what it was, but I really liked like yeah, like the animation, and I watched it subbed. So I have never watched an anime dubbed before, which is it's been my biggest accomplishment. um, because and that's what I'm kind of happy I got into subs first because I really like grew to appreciate like Japan and like Japanese and like how they added like all the different stories. And
Hmm.
I watched this shoujo one and I was like, this seems like pretty cool. So I like opened up like the different like Crunchyroll library and I started looking. And I took a break after a while and then I started watching Hunter x Hunter. And Hunter x Hunter was just because Kat introduced me to it. And Kat was like, dude, look at this guy named Hisoka.
And they're like, "Cat, that's not the character you need to like."
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. He likes Gon, you say? But yeah, she showed me that clip of Gon and Hisoka fighting where Hisoka gets turned on. I was like, cool. I was like, let's look into this world of Hunter x Hunter, and I started watching it, and I was like, wow. But also, I feel like I don't know. It was also the longest anime I'd ever watched because I stopped. So I started Hunter x Hunter last year, but around like October, and then I finished it in December. And I didn't like try to binge it. I was just like just watching it on my own time. But that Chimera arc, the longest arc, I was like, when is this gonna end? but it was also like it was a really really mature arc for me. Like I looked at it and I was like, bro, I was not expecting that from like this anime, of like going like Super Saiyan and like killing like killing almost killing himself, killing Pito and all of that, and I was like, bro, this is a lot, but I liked it. It was fun. Like the openings, bops, the songs, bops. Like it was really really fun, and that kind of like opened up like my thing into anime, and then I started Demon Slayer. Haven't finished it yet. I'm up to like episode like 9. Like I'm like halfway through, almost halfway. Um, and then I started like Black Clover. And then Kat got me into this shojo one called Fruits Basket, and that's kind of been like my biggest thing, just because season 2 is coming out April 6th. And I've been like rewatching it again. um but then I also watched hold on, I have my let me open up my Crunchyroll. Yeah, I have a bunch on my queue. Like I already know which one I want to watch
You have your
after.
own personal Crunchyroll?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I pay for my Crunchyroll. um but I want to watch Food Wars.
Mm-hmm.
That's been upcoming. Like once I finish season 2 of Fruits Basket, which comes out in April, I want to watch Food Wars. Hopefully finish Demon Slayer. Because it I heard it's really really good, and like I'm up to episode 9, so hopefully I'll be done with that. But then I also like I'm thinking if I want to get into My Hero.
Yes, it's great.
I know y'all talk about My Hero a lot, and I'm like, I want to get into it, but like,
Episode 76. I was like, oh my god.
um, but I think the one that I don't know if I will get anytime soon into is like One Piece.
Oh, 900 and something episodes.
Nope, nope, they haven't. I will wait until they find the One Piece, and then I will watch it, because I'm not trying to wait. Like I thought Hunter was a lot for me. One Piece is a nightmare. I can do that. And then yeah.
Currently we're quarantined, so we have all the time in the world to watch One Piece.
But I have a queue. I have to like finish all my stuff first, and then I'll get into One Piece. Yeah, and that's kind of been like my experience with anime, but definitely like the two shonen ones I can talk about are Demon Slayer and Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
But like if you want to know more about shoujo, you.
Because I've been shonen since childhood. Because after school, watching Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Digimon.
Yeah, and like I was exposed to like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh like also very young, like around middle school too.
Yeah.
Never like kind of caught on. Like I knew what like Pokemon cards were and like Yu-Gi-Oh cards were, and like I played a couple of times, but I never was like a collector. Like I tried to like know which Pokemon like which like I was one of those like middle schoolers that was like I just know what Pikachu is and that's it. Um but like after, as I was growing up, I like got into more of like, animation, like Pokemon too, and like I know some. I'm not the best, but yeah, I have a found appreciation for like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh and all of that, because they were part of my childhood. Like not as much, but like I still remember like playing those Pokemon games, and I was like Ekans and like Oddish and like different cards and stuff, and like that was really fun. But yeah, my friends tried to teach me Yu-Gi-Oh, and I was like, this is way too hard. And
It's not that hard.
it's not. It's really not though. I was just um but yeah, I mean I was like, I don't know. I wasn't really into it, but I kind of wish I was, but whatever.
Yeah, so the cards stacked around the house in random places. Well, like, you're wasting money. I'm like, I could sell the cards for more money, but nobody wants to listen to me.
You could. Yeah, I remember I was at Comic-Con 2 years ago, and they were like selling like giant decks of like Yu-Gi-Oh cards for like $200, and I was like, I have a couple. Maybe I could get on this wagon and like try to sell it too, but like nah. I could like I try to ask my dad if like we wanted to sell like the Nintendo consoles, because they work, like they're in like mint condition. But dad was like, no, they're like memorabilia, and I was like, it's like made to be sold. Like we could literally make money like right now. He was like, nah, but Yeah, I'm a full on like Zelda fan. Like I have hold on, I'm gonna show you this corny ass poster I have. I have Link's
Mhm.
Awakening. This is my pride and joy. I love it. Um yeah, all of this stuff. And then I knew someone that worked at Nintendo, like the Nintendo store for a couple of years. And I was able to kind of like get like the little ins on like bro like when's this next game coming out or like can I get like this like piece of merch or whatever. So I have a lot of like Zelda stuff, but then I also have hold on, I have like a Pokemon thing I won. I have a little little Bulbasaur. Yeah, Gabby Bulbasaur. um yeah boy. But I also started watching because the thing is like my Saturday mornings was
Mhm.
Pokemon. Like
Yeah.
that was my Saturday mornings. Like I like watched Pokemon. Everyone that was like, "Bro, you didn't have SpongeBob?" I was like, "No, Pokemon, boy." Like Pokemon. Like I mean, also like I like SpongeBob, not gonna lie, but like
Yeah.
man,
I
like
watched it all.
Team Rocket, all those lovely people. I love them to death. But have you watched the remake of Mewtwo Strikes Back on
No,
Netflix?
nope.
Do you want? Does it interest you, or are you like, nah?
I'm more of a Yu-Gi-Oh person than Pokemon.
You're what? I'm sorry.
I'm more Yu-Gi-Oh than Pokemon.
Heard you. Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't watched the cartoons for Yu-Gi-Oh. I've just watched Pokemon, but yeah, the only thing I have with Yu-Gi-Oh are like the cards. I just like the cards look nice. Like that was the biggest thing. I was like, these cards are like they have pretty colors. But yeah, I think what I liked about Pokemon too was like you get to own a Pokemon and you get to train it and like all that stuff, and that really appealed to me. But that's why like I never saw myself like playing Pokemon on the Switch until I got Pokemon Shield, and I was like, this is fun. I like this. And then I got Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. And then I played that, and then now I'm still on Pokemon Sword and Shield. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Shonen anime all day, every day. I need people to fight and die.
I like both. I'm down for like the action stuff. I like animes that have a mix of both, like shonen and shojo. But yeah, I also prefer shonen. Like if you were to ask me like which one I would prefer, like shojo or shonen, I feel like shojo has a lot like more like cheesy like romantic tropes of like bubbles and like husbandos and all that lovely stuff. And as much as I love that, like I also like a nice action scene. Like
Yeah.
I know one of the scenes in Hunter x Hunter where are you familiar with like the characters and stuff?
Somewhat.
Okay, do you know Kurapika?
Was
Like the
I?
guy, the blonde boy that has like a short hair. He
Yeah.
has chains, like the chains on his hand. And he has like the red eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a fight scene with him and like another character from one of the arcs that was like the antagonist, which is like the like one of the best that I've seen.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I know that's right.
Yeah. Like it's like one of the best like action scenes, and like I appreciate that from Shonen. Like I want some like gore and like some action scenes once in a while. As much as I love like the bubbles and like the romance and stuff, like I'm down for some action scenes. But yeah,
Anime. And now it's pretty much main culture.
I feel honestly, it's like yes and no. I've definitely seen the popularity with anime rise a lot. Like
Yes.
it's I think that's just a fact. Like I know one of the biggest like things right now is like Crunchyroll and like Webtoon, which
Hmm.
isn't necessarily it's not anime, but it's in like the genre of like things that you're not gonna be like, yeah, I'm into Webtoons, like that used to be the thing. Like I know for me back in the day, like it was really hard for me to be like, yeah, I'm into like anime. Like when I started watching like that first shojo that I watched,
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm into like this like animation. Like everyone thought it was like cartoons, and then once I think like 2018 came with like Sailor Moon and that whole like wave of people, then anime just kind of like shut up into like this like mainstream thing, and now there's like My Hero and Naruto and Attack on Titan and all these different things. And I feel like Crunchyroll was like the main like catalyst for that because I think they were at Comic Con
Yeah.
in like 2017 or 2018, and everyone was like obsessed. They were like, "Wait, what is this? Like, this is oh yeah, anime. I remember anime from like when I was younger." And then now it's pushed so much into mainstream that everyone's like, "Yeah, I'm into anime. I like it a lot." And it's like it's no longer like taboo. I think it
Yeah.
used to be taboo.
Yes. I
Yeah,
was there.
yeah.
I was there.
Yeah, it was definitely more of like, oh my god, you're into like Japanese anime. I'm like, ew. And then there's now it's really mainstream, and there's so much like there's so many tropes that go with it, and like there's all these fandoms and merch and all these different things that now it's like regarded as like like the biggest genre of like media. Like if you were to be like, yeah, I'm into this anime, people would be like, yo, which one? Where is it? Can I see it on Crunchyroll? And like all these different things. I remember like when I first started watching it, they were like, bro, where do you find this stuff? And I was like, because I originally watched that first shoujo anime on YouTube, and I was watching clips of it that Crunchyroll posted. Like I wasn't even watching it on Crunchyroll. It was until I got the free trial for Crunchyroll that I was like, wait, this is that shoujo anime that I watched, and then I started getting more into it, and that's when I opened myself up into like the whole library.
Yeah.
But yeah, is it mainstream? Absolutely. But I just feel like there are people that appreciate it like genuinely, and the people that are just like I'm in it for like the fandoms, or like I don't really know the anime well, but I just know like this one character and I love her, and it's just like, are you into anime though? Because like for me at least, like I'm into anime, but I'm not gonna be like I know all of it. Like I can tell you like all these. I really don't. Like I don't know My Hero. I don't know Naruto, and I'm gonna be like, So that's why I call myself like a new person to anime. Like I'm not this like, I'm not like you. Like all these different things. I just like I'm into it and I like it. I'm learning and I'm growing. But yeah, I know. Yeah, I've heard people that are like, bro, I'm really into anime, and I'm like, all right, name one character from My Hero, and then they're like the guy with the pointy hair. I'm like, bro, that's Bakugo, all right? Like, I know that at least. Like, even I know that. But yeah, it's jokes, but it's been really fun to see it grow, and I like the appreciation of it. I think it's been really really nice. Because now like we get to connect and be like, yo, anime, like, let's get it.
Yeah.
Do you have Crunchyroll Premium?
I have cats.
Yeah. I think that's why. Yeah, everyone was like, "Bro, you pay with cats, right?" And I was like, "Nah, I get my own. I get my own." But it's good. It's good. That's $7 I love to spend. So,
You
because
have a what? Yeah. 'Cause I wasn't really using Crunchyroll in high school and college. Cause
hmm
I got the app, and then I was trying to watch sports anime. I was like, "What is this? This is not basketball." And I was like, "You know what? I don't have money for Crunchyroll at this time."
yeah.
So granted, found like the legal websites allegedly.
Heard you. I think the one that I used to use was like Kiss Anime or Anime Kiss or whatever. That was one that I used to use. But um, and then I also got into when I was younger. I got into the Studio Ghibli films.
Yeah.
Which was like Castle in the Sky, Kiki's Delivery Service. Like I have, like my dad had those, and he still does on like VHS. Like that was how old. That's how old like I was. I still had VHS tapes. But that was like my first thing into like the style of anime, and I
Yeah.
was this is like it's not like the Disneys or the Cartoon Networks or the Nickelodeons of the time where you could, like the eyes are a lot more bigger and like typical, your typical
Yeah.
style. But I really liked, like I think that was what's kind of clicked for me when I first started watching anime, and I was like, wait, this is a lot like, those Studio Ghibli films that I watched. And that's like also the first time I watched something in dub was the dubbed version of a Studio Ghibli film. And I was like, this is horrible. I need to watch it in Japanese.
Nah. Dub all the way. Dub wins.
But I feel like no, honestly, some dubs are very good. I've
Uh-huh.
heard like for certain animes, like the dubs are very very good. But nah, fam. Like I was at Baruch and someone was watching I think Demon Slayer in dubbed, and I was like, y'all are sins. Y'all are sinners. I cannot believe you. Because like the openings are awesome in
Mhm.
subversion. Like they're like in Japanese, and they're like yeah, it's like it's a bop.
But I
I'm
like
not
to
sure why y'all.
understand and watch at the same time and not miss things.
It was funny because I was talking to one of our other coworkers in Pause, Thomas. He's also watching Hunter x Hunter too, but he watches it in dubbed. And I was like, "You're crazy."
Smart
And he
man.
was like, "Bro, I want to make sure that, like." He was like, "I don't want to have to worry about looking at my phone while I'm trying to watch." Like, I think he was trying to like or something, and he's like, "I want to make sure I can pay attention to what I'm hearing." And I was like, "That's the point of subtitles, bro. You pay attention, you look down, but like." For me, it's easy to watch in subbed. Like I don't have to worry about like I know everyone's like, well, it's in Japanese, you can't understand them. Like I can understand like some phrases. Like my Japanese has definitely excelled because of like anime. It's been really fun. Like I've said like gomen asai so many times, and I just say like random like phrases that I'm just like I learned it from anime. But like I wouldn't have that if I watched it in dubbed, you know. But
I
I'm
be
not
missing
going to
parts of the
hate. I'm not.
story.
Yeah, because I think that was my friend's also like the biggest takeaway. He was like, I don't know what's going on half the time because they're all talking in Japanese. And I'm like, that's the point of subtitles, bro. That's the biggest anime. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I've heard dubs for some animes are really, really good, and I'm just like, to each their own, you do you.
Hmm.
But like I'm gonna stick with my subs over here. Um, yeah, it's fun though. It's really fun. I like anime a lot.
Because when Dragon Ball Super was out, and I didn't have Crunchyroll, I would watch it on YouTube,
Hmm.
and then wait for it, and then until took it down by YouTube.
Yeah, that was one that I never understood Dragon Ball.
I mean, I
I,
had the game, so
yeah, but like I never like I think also that was my thing with Yu-Gi-Oh too because I would watch because for Saturday mornings like Pokemon came first and then it was Yu-Gi-Oh and then it was I think it was Dragon Ball then Naruto like that was like the lineup for me. I forgot what channel it was on but like I like after Pokemon like Yu-Gi-Oh would come on and I'm just like I don't understand this and I would like the channel. So then when I saw like the anime on Crunchyroll I was like, I just know Goku. So I was like, I'm gonna just leave it at that. Like, I know who one of the characters are, and that's it. Like, I just know Dragon Ball from the memes, to be honest.
Goku's
Yeah,
a terrible father.
yeah, that's all I know. That's it.
Because I had the games and like the Budokai Tenkaichi series, and like if you play the music, I still remember it and can still go back to those times.
Yeah. Heard you. Yeah, I think that's what I love about anime too is that like there's some parts of it that are like so memorable that you're like, bro, I remember like the song and like the opening. Like I can sing really really badly the Hunter x Hunter opening, um, and it's just me singing really bad Japanese, but it's a bop, and it's like sometimes like I'll hear it and I'll be like, bro, this is like the Hunter x Hunter theme song. It's like it like it's like the kid in me all over again. I'm just
Yeah.
like, I like that I'm able to watch a show that like just makes me like feel so much. Like I know when I was watching Hunter x Hunter, like my heart was just going through so much at the time. I was like, bro, like go and like Hisoka, then go and then Hisoka, just Hisoka as made me feel so many different things. I was like, wait, he a pedo? Like, but
Pretty
but
sure he is.
But I heard he's like power sexual. Like he's not like he doesn't like Gon in that way because he's a kid. I think he likes Gon because of how much power he has. But that's a whole nother conversation. Because I remember when I first saw him, I was like, bro, this kid likes 13-year-old boys. Like this guy likes these two boys. But then I started watching it, like I watched, his character develop and I was like, okay, I see some difference, but I think also that's what I love about anime too is that they focus to develop all their characters. Like they don't just focus on like
Sometimes.
yeah.
Naruto? No, not at all.
That's what I've heard. Yeah, I was literally about to be like except Naruto because that's what I heard from like my friend watched like everything of Naruto and he was like, bro,
Yeah.
these characters they get nothing, man. It's just Naruto that gets all this
There's
development.
one character called Ten. She has no personality.
Oh
You
yeah.
know you know her name. That's it. And she has like three fights.
But yeah, I at least with Hunter x Hunter though, like they like I didn't see Gon for the like entirety of one of the arcs because they were developing like one of the side characters. And I was like, I appreciate that because like the fact that they're trying to adapt it from the manga and like making sure that it stays true to the content of the manga, I was like, shout out to that. But yeah, there are some anime though that like don't relate to the manga at all. Like I forgot which one it was, but like I watched it and I was like, bro, this is not the manga. Isn't the anime supposed to be like something manga, like whatever? But I heard Naruto does like nothing for its sake.
Yeah. I remember watching Naruto from elementary, and then when it ended, I also graduated high school. I was like, oh my god, I grew up with Naruto.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, Naruto. This is like Tintin. Naruto, the swing that Naruto was on gets more screen time than Tintin.
Yikes. But yeah.
Like how is it having like a parent that's into the same as you are?
Wait, how is this to have a what? I'm
A
sorry.
parent that's in this a parent that's into the same things that you are.
I think it's cool. I feel like sorry, my computer just like rang. But I feel like it's cool. I think one of the biggest things that like I grew up with my dad with was like video games.
Hmm.
Um, and like I definitely would not be into all of this for more for my dad. But it's fun. Like I've heard some parents that like try to make it weird, and they're like, "Yeah, my daughter and I play video games together." um but like I've also brushed past the side that like it's my dad, like it's fun, like especially now with like everything that's going on, like we have a lot more time to do that. So and he like I think what's like really nice for me is that he kind of turned to like a little kid again, and he's like, yeah, I remember like fighting these guys, and like he'll like he's very emotional like I am. So he'll be trying to fight like one of the guys, and he'll be like, come on, like let's just kill him already. And he'll try to cheer me on while I'm trying to like fight these bad guys. And that's been really fun for me, like it's been really nice. So I think it's cool. I know some people will be like, it's weird, but I mean, it's only weird if you make it weird.
Yeah.
Um, and but it's been really cool. But yeah, like I definitely like my dad doesn't like the Switch. He's weird for him. Like he likes having like the one controller that he can play on the television. He doesn't
Hmm.
like help.
The
So
Joy-Cons.
yeah, he's like, I just leave me with like I think the last console that he played was like the Wii.
Yeah. I got my
I,
Pro controller, my GameCube controller.
yeah, so like that controller, he prefers that a lot.
Yeah.
He doesn't like the Joy-Con. He's like, "Well, this is too tiny. Like, how do you play this?" And I'm like, "Well, you attach it to the Switch, and then um, but yeah, I definitely think playing with him it's been really fun. It's just like having like someone like to kind of cheer you on, and you can talk about it too. Like I was trying to explain to him the whole timeline, and he was like, "This is confusing. I don't know how you keep up with it." I'm like, "It's that timeline." But it's been really fun. And I really appreciate that like he chose to open that up to me and that I was like so open to receive it. Because I easily could have been like, this is stupid and just kind of get it away. But like it's a part of me that like I really am happy that I kind of got into it because now I'm able to like because yeah, I can't imagine not being into games. Like it's weird. Like when I see myself like trying to play Overwatch or like I play Mortal Kombat, I'm like, dude, imagine if I wasn't into this. Like I can't. Like it's been really fun. So yeah, I really appreciate like my dad like being able to open this up to me and like kind of open up this like new world that I was like so happy to be a part of. And like it's really been a part of my life. Like I know all the games, I know all the lore. Um I have like I have this like computer case. These are the champions from Breath of the Wild.
Hmm.
And it's been like really cool and it's like being a nerd. Like I love it. It's fun.
Yeah, I had that luxury. My mom was not into the same things I am too.
Mm.
So I'm just trying to explain to her, she's like, yeah, just do your own thing. Oh, she yelling at me at Saturday morning, waking up early to watch the cartoon. She's yelling at me to go to sleep.
Yeah, because like I didn't have cable, bro. Like I did not have Nickelodeon. I did not have, Cartoon Network. Well, I mean, I had Cartoon Network at like my cousin's house, but like I had Pokemon, like I had a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh that I would try to watch, but I wouldn't get it. But like that was what I had, and you got to work what you get.
Yeah.
You Like obviously the kids that have cable are gonna be like, I like SpongeBob and Fairly Odd Parents, and like, we do too, but like we weren't watching that Saturday mornings. We were watching Yu-Gi-Oh, we were watching Pokemon, so
Yeah.
what you work with. So
You had Channel 7 with ABC with those cartoons. You had Warner
yeah,
Brothers, like for
PBS,
kids.
boy, PBS Kids.
Ah, the good old days.
Right? Like I remember watching like Sesame Street in the mornings. Like this was like when I was really young. Cyber Chief, like all of that public television programming. Like we didn't have cable, but you gotta work what you work with.
And when cartoon go off, we had to watch adult shows.
Nick at Night. Yup, for sure.
Yeah.
Because that was like Nick at Night was like that 70s show. Like I think that was the show. Um, but I wouldn't really watch it. Like I would just stick to my cartoons. But I remember like Channel 13, Channel 21,
Yeah.
all the shows. Yeah.
Youngins don't know about that these days.
Yeah, I don't, bro. They just know about like Nickelodeon and stuff, and like I was like, yo, you gotta appreciate like Cyber Chase. You gotta appreciate like
Dragon
Sesame.
Tales.
Bro, Dragon Tales was my shit, man.
Yeah.
What else?
Maya Miguel.
Boy, I know. I still know the theme song. I'm like, yeah, it was my bop. Like it was 3 to like 5 p.m. Like 3 to 6 was
Yeah.
like that was a time frame because then they started showing the news and I was like, it's like not the same anymore. Like I gotta wait till the next morning.
If you miss the episode, you miss the episode. We ain't have the internet back in the day.
Yeah, that's it. You couldn't go to YouTube and like try to download that because that was like when they had like they didn't even have iPhones yet. They had like iPods and that did not have internet, and then you had to wait till like the iPod Touch and that had iTunes on it. They missing out, bro. Like when you have to burn the the CDs just to like get them onto your computer. Nah, man. Like I didn't have my first I had my first iPod, but that was because I won it at a giveaway. Like I didn't even like it was because I won it and it was the iPod Nano like the really wide like
Yeah.
one that you had to like swivel with like your thumb like in a circle. That was the only one, and I had to tell my dad to burn like some CDs I wanted in order to get it onto iTunes because that was all we had. We just had CDs. Um, but yeah, that was fun. And then I got the iPod Touch, which was like the big one.
Yeah.
And then I was like, it was just a button at the bottom of the phone, and that was like the big thing. When did you know when you got your first phone? Do you remember when you got your first like cell phone?
6th grade. I got a flip phone. It was a red flip phone. The amount of times I lost it was a good number.
Yeah, I lost. My first like smartphone was like in 8th grade, and I got a Samsung Galaxy
Mhm.
S4, and that was the big thing. And then I lost it the day before spring break, and my dad was like, "We got to get you a new phone." But I had so many pictures and like so many things on it, and I was devastated. Someone stole it, by the way.
Yeah.
Because I made sure that was in my backpack, all right. And then I did like a presentation, and then I bag because class was over and my phone was not there. And I was like, I don't know where my phone is, blah blah blah. And I bet you to this day, like it's still not there. But then I got my first iPhone. I got the first colored iPhones that was like blue, yellow. That was like the 5 or something. I got the iPhone 5. And then I was like, bro, this is a mini laptop.
My first smartphone was 8th grade with a BlackBerry.
Oh my god, I remember Blackberries. Blackberries, bro. My dad had a Blackberry for work, and I remember like scrolling with like the little bubble that it had in the
Yeah.
picture, and I was like, this is fun.
Having BBM.
Work phone. Oh, but yeah, I think the first like actual phone that I saw like ever was the Motorola Razr, which I heard they're bringing back. Like they want to bring it back because that was
Yeah.
like the 90s phone, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, I miss the 90s."
I had the Nokia phone. I remember my mom had the Nokia phone, the brick phone.
Mm-hmm.
That's indestructible.
Oh yeah, the giant one. They have to like take out the antenna to like.
No,
Was it like those?
no, like
Or was it a small one?
yeah, the smaller one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was talking to my aunt about like cell phones like a couple months ago, and
Hmm.
she had like the really big one that pulled out the antenna, and it was like a giant like came up to your chin, and I was like, bro, that was a big. Um, yeah, it's crazy how like the younger like this generation won't really know what like we all had to go through in order to get in order to communicate and get our entertainment. Like, remember when MySpace was a thing? Like MySpace music.
Yeah, it's kind of. I skip straight to Facebook.
Yeah, I didn't use MySpace like as a social media account. I used it for its music because they had like its own music library that I could access from like my crusty like Lenovo computer that my mom had to bring from work. Um, and then I got my first Facebook account when I was 14, 13, 14. Um, and I was like, I should have used a better username because I was Gabby 21 XO love or whatever. And it like it like I cringe when Facebook shows me like the memories, and it was like what was it? It was like oh like my status for a TBH. But you know they're bringing that back now with like all the quarantine. They're like, bro, we're all bored, so like
Yeah.
like my status for a rate, and I'll reach you. And I'm like, y'all need to stop. We're not gonna die. We'll be leave that dead, please.
You can look back to your old pictures like I was stupid back in the day.
I really was. I was some brain cells were not flowing because I literally posted a picture like on my feed of like me. I don't know if you remember, but like this was like mid 2000s where I had like my hair in my face and I was like this, and I was like I love my friends, and I was like what was I on?
Like, was I on acid?
Yeah, I was like what was up with me? Jesus Christ. But yeah, I'm happy I got out of that stage. I had braces when I first started using Facebook.
Mhm.
So you could conduct electricity with my braces, all right? I had like the really big braces that you needed like a little headpiece here for because I had an overbite. So I had really it was nah. I'm happy I got them off, but yeah, it was fun though. I wouldn't trade it for anything, to be
All the
honest.
mistakes.
Yeah, because you gotta know what your mistakes are so you can fix them. But yeah.
Right. So you're the same as my brother. So you guys technically have to because we say the dates and I get confused. So my dates are earlier
hmm
because I'm older, and I was like, oh wait, yeah, he was also there technically.
Yeah, I'm the youngest. My sister I have an older sister. She's
Hmm.
like 2 years older than me.
How many? How
Um,
many?
2 years.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's 21 and I'm 19. So,
Mhm.
yeah, we grew up really, really close together. So it's like everyone's like, oh yeah, but your sister like knew different things than you did. I'm like, no, we knew the same stuff. Like it's not like if I had like a 3 or 4 year older sibling, but like
Yeah.
you could see the difference in like how they grew up. But like, nah, it's the same stuff.
Yeah, my brother is 4 years younger than me.
Yeah. So definitely you're gonna see a bigger
Yeah,
difference.
because we
And,
have similar memories, but there's a spread.
mhm. Heard you. Yeah.
And then my dad's side is a sister. She's 13. I just look at her and was like, "Yeah, you're a child."
Oof. Yeah, I think my little cousins are like that age. Because I was like probably like 7 or 8 when they were babies. So
Hmm.
now they're like 15, like 14, 15. And they're all into like the TikToks and all that lovely stuff. And I'm just like, yo,
I'm old.
I am. Jesus Christ. Like I never see myself saying like I'm really like an old generation, bro. I'm a freaking like boomer, man. Just like y'all are into like these different dances and stuff, and like I don't know, like
I
I think also, like for a 19-year-old, like I see myself as like I don't act as like a like as a 19-year-old should. Like I've been told that I act very mature for my age. And I think that's just like I don't know, like I don't notice it myself, but like everyone says that I act differently because technically like even kids my age should be into like the whole TikTok thing and like should be into that, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Like I don't have a TikTok. I'm not gonna make a TikTok anytime soon. But that's my personal opinion. But some kids are, and I'm just like, you do you, fam.
I'm like, you know what? I don't have to keep up. I could just let it go past me.
Yeah, yeah. I'm down to make a TikTok account. I just won't do it like on my own. Like I'm like it's not like I hate it. I'm just like like y'all do you. I'm gonna stay here with my anime and I'm gonna stay here with my video games. I'll be on this side. You guys be
When we
there.
get older, we're like, back in my day, we
I
didn't have.
it's a pandemic, all right? You
That's why
cannot fake being sick to go to school.
I was there for 9/11.
hmm Yeah, I was a year old. I
I was
was
I was in
mhm,
school. I remember nothing, but I was in school.
yeah. Yeah, I had one guy in not register, one of the offices up group, because he saw my degree works and he was like, "Bro, you were born in 2000?" And I was like, "Yeah, I was." And he was like, "Bro, you don't remember 9/11?" I was like,
Like maybe.
like, what does that have to do with my age? Like, I don't like I get it, but like why that example? Um, yeah, I was like, hello. But yeah, like I was yeah, I grew up like 2000s and
Yeah.
I'm a 2000. But yeah, I see the younger generation now and I'm just like, bro, you were literally like babies and now you're teenagers and I'm like, bro, when y'all turn 21, I'm gonna be like in my early 30s and I'm like, what is happening?
He's like, life is going too fast. I'm getting older.
Yeah, like even like this year, like I'm about to turn 20 and I'm like, where did all this time go?
I'm gonna be 23.
Yeah, dude. Like, and you wonder, you're like, where did all this go? Like, what?
Like I like being this age because I have more freedom and I'm smarter, but also miss being young and having time to do things.
Yeah, yeah. That's the biggest drawback. I feel like now, like even like with my cousins, right? Like they'll be messaging me and they'll be like, hey, like let's have time to hang out and stuff, and I'm like, boy, I'm in college. I do not have time to play with y'all, but it's like I miss having that time though. Like I remember like when I was younger and like we would just hang out like at my cousin's house and just like excuse me, just like, play video games or like play ball or something like that. Like something really, really small. But you had that interaction, with your
Mhm.
family, you had the time. And now with like work and school and like paying bills and like literally what adults do, like once you find yourself in that cycle, you're just like, no, I want to go back. I want
This
to go.
is life. This is it. This ain't it.
This is an adult. Yeah, 'cause I remember I used to be like, bro, I want to be like free and I want to have my own freedom and like be on my own. And now I'm just like, I have it, but I also don't want a lot of responsibility. Which is like, you can't get both. You got to choose one or the other. So,
Yeah.
but it is what it is, and you just got to keep moving forward. But yeah, how has this affected you so far? Like all of this
Oh,
growing.
I've been working from home this week.
Okay, that's good.
It just sucks when I have to wake up early in the morning and then wait for somebody to show up for tutoring. And it was like, oh, I could have been asleep.
Damn, yikes. Yeah, that's how we do. I'm working from home too, but it's just like I gotta wait for my supervisor to email me like
Hmm.
what I need to do. But I'm just like, you could just told me last night, and then I would have like I would have woken up and like do my work. But
Yeah.
now I gotta wake up for a 12 p.m. shift that I gotta wait till 1:30 because that's when she emails me, and I'm just like, I end at 4. But you gotta get it done because you can get paid. You
But
just
it's good. I don't have to travel, so I can wake up an hour later.
yeah. Also, like this whole thing has been really good for my wallet, man. I paid off my bills. I have money now, and I'm just like I want to go out and do stuff, but I can't because I gotta stay home. You know, um, But yeah, I think one of the biggest things too is like the classes. Like I know CUNY has been taking a lot of
Yeah.
a lot of really, really big measures. Like I know today they just announced that they're gonna do like another break.
Word. I'm just like, guys, I need money. Stop giving them breaks.
I know. But the thing is, like, so Zoom is like really, really bad for a lot of classes. Like, I know my friend on Instagram, she said that her CIS class, like,
Hmm.
they have like 50 people on Zoom, but like Zoom keeps crashing
Yeah, it
because
does that.
everyone's on it, trying to learn like all the different like programs and stuff. Like, they're literally being in the class, but Zoom crashes. And like, my friend was like, dude, my computer crashed like 4 times during class. And I was like, wow. So they've been complaining to CUNY. So CUNY's like having supposedly they're having this other break to like try to figure it out, and like hopefully I can get something work. I personally think like they should just do like a pass or fail, because like I know it hurts you though because you have kids, so I don't want to be
Yeah.
like I know it's gonna hurt you though, but I don't know. I just feel like it's a lot for people. Like I know for me, I have a group communication class that I'm
Yeah.
doing, and it's based on presentations only. So my professor wants us to do a live Zoom chat panel with like 7 like other people, including
Mhm.
myself, about our topic. And I'm like, you want us to talk for 45 minutes on Zoom? Like, I don't get it. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But
Yeah.
I was gonna ask like classes, but I forgot that you told me.
I have my degree. My brother, I don't know. He seems to be okay.
Okay. Yeah. Wait, your brother is 4 years, so is he still in
No,
is
he's a
he
freshman.
in high
Yeah,
school?
he's at Baruch with you guys.
Oh, cool, cool, cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's also in Seek.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I was either thinking like high school senior or college freshman because I was like, he can't be that young.
I
He's not like in high school, but okay, cool. Yeah, how has his classes been?
don't know. I guess he's doing fine.
Heard you. No, I feel that. I feel it. Yeah, my sister. This is her last semester.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, she was like, bro, there's no ceremony or anything. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry, fam. But not that person to she doesn't like she's not worried about like the ceremony. She's just like, bro, I just want to get out of here. Like I just want to graduate,
That
man.
was me last semester. I was not two semesters ago. I was like, yo, I'm just trying to get out, man. I don't care anymore.
Yeah, but she has a full-time job though, so
Oh,
even
that's nice.
yeah, so even though she's not like working, they were like, bro, just stay at home, like don't worry about getting paid, like we'll pay you. So she's been like she's already settled with that. So
Yeah.
now me like worrying about like she also has classes on Zoom too, but like they're easy. So she's
Hmm.
like, okay. The thing is like with my classes, like I'm taking 3 classes this year,
Hmm.
and 2 of them they're simple. They're like audio PowerPoints, and you just do the
Yeah.
homework and you're fine. I'm like, bet. But then it's just one professor that's like, we got to do Zoom 10:45 to 12. And if you're not at the Zoom meeting, she wants you to write an essay about the lecture, and it's 2 pages long. And she wants you to reference like with the time, like she wants you to be like at 11 minutes and like 42 seconds. You talk about like virtual teamwork, and I'm like, wow, you are wild. I cannot accept the fact that you want kids to do this because some kids can't go. Like some kids have trouble connecting to Zoom.
Yeah.
Like their webcams don't work. Also, she wants us to, like she wants to see our faces, so she wants us to turn on our webcams. I'm like, ma'am, I look horrible this morning. Not about to just be like in a full on hood, just like, what's up, y'all? Like, no, I'm not going through that. But I don't know. I've been doing good so far. I've been going to class. But it's just some guys like I feel bad because they genuinely cannot go into Zoom, but they're getting penalized
Yeah.
over they have no control of. But yeah.
I remember having online classes. It was great. Is that there were classes where you could do the two of them was the same professor, so you could do the homework at the end of the semester. Which I kept doing.
Mm-hmm.
Except for my last semester, my homework was due the last day of class, not the last day of finals. And I found that out during finals. And that's 7 assignments. I was like, oh, I'm missing 7 assignments.
Yikes.
So that
Yeah.
weekend, I was like, let me do them. And even the professor, like, hey, professor, see, I had your class last semester. And I thought the same rules. It's not the same rules.
Yikes. Um, but yeah, they changed a bunch of the deadlines now. Like now the last day to drop a class is the last day of class, and like the last day to apply for like pass, like, pass or fail option is a last day class. But I'm like, if you're stuck with it for 2 months and then you decide to drop it, like, really?
Yeah.
Like you really about to drop it after you spent like 2 months working on it? Like, I wouldn't. Wow, y'all are wild. But yeah, I hope they do something that is equitable for everybody and it just doesn't just benefit like me personally. Like, I'm lucky that I don't have any problems with like
Yeah.
whatever, but I know some other kids are like even like like they don't have their own laptop, like they gotta
Yeah.
share their laptop with like another college kid who also has a class, and like it's hard. Kids that don't have their own laptops, things like that, they don't have Wi-Fi. So you got to take into account all of that. Like, I know Kat was telling me, she was like, yeah, I had, I think the renting system at Baruch
Hmm.
was like wild for her because they only had like single day or 7 day left, and obviously with like she wasn't gonna come back in 7 days to go return like the laptop, and they were like, well, like there's nothing we can do on our end. So I think now what they're trying to do is like do like monthly rentals so you can have it for a month.
Yeah.
But I just hope they work it out like well. Like, it's not just doesn't just benefit like one group of people,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's a lot. But I just know we have another break, so that's fun.
Great.
And the thing, yeah, and the break falls on the day of my presentation. So it's fun. I was telling the Lord, I was like, please don't let me present. And they were like, break for you. You don't got to present no more. So we got to see. She's my Tuesday, Thursday class. So we got to
Mhm.
wait till Thursday to see what she says.
I was like, oh, someone lose another week of money. Okay, I guess.
Yeah, it, it sucks. But I'm happy they were able to work it out for you, though, like being able to work from home. Because I
Oh
know some
yeah.
offices were like, we can't do that for you because if like school isn't open, then you don't work. And I was like, damn. But I'm happy they were able to settle that out for you. That you
Yeah.
still get money.
Because
Yeah,
every
my
time.
mom's working from home too, and she hates it. She was like, "Dude, I need to be back at like my office. I can't do this because it's like it's distracting. You're trying to be
Mhm.
at home, and you got your family around you, trying to ask for things. I'm like, bro, I'm like literally working with somebody. I can't do this right now.
Mother's at work. She be working. She works in the day, so.
Oh, cool.
But
How?
she's good. She just cleans, so she's just being careful.
Yeah.
She works for housing.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Just everybody's getting sick, man. Like it's like, and I think what's scary to me at least is that like the symptoms are so common. Like it's
Yeah.
not. Yeah, like it's not like you got it. It's like you could literally have like allergies. I literally like sneezed one time and I was like,
He was like my
yeah,
my throat feels kind of different. Am I okay?
yeah, it's literally like the Mr. Krabs meme where he's like,
Cause my brother's sick
um,
right now, but it's not none of the Rona symptoms. It's more allergy symptoms.
that's the thing too, because it's spring. Like I woke up this morning with like a runny nose and like with like the allergy symptoms, and my dad
Yeah.
was like, "Bro, you good?" I'm fine. It
Like
might take a
like
to be okay.
anytime somebody coughs, I'm just like, "Are you okay?"
You just throw like sanitizer at them. You're like, sanitizer. But yeah, no, it's a lot. I hope it gets done. I hope it goes away soon. I feel like it's gonna go away like beginning of May, to be honest.
I'm scared it's gonna go away in the summer, and then we all gonna get too hyped, and then it comes back in winter. I'm just like, guys,
Imagine if it does, bro. If
'cause
it's like, yeah.
there's another virus in China, and there's another strain of bird flu. I'm just like, God, I can't deal with this.
Yeah, yeah, like like to be honest, like this whole thing, I think the biggest like impact it like one of them that it has is on the environment, man. Like the environment's doing so well. Like I don't know if you saw like the CO2 levels in like China
Yeah,
went down,
they
but
had
then
the sky again.
getting okay, then it went back up. I'm like, y'all are messed up. I don't get it. I feel like Mother Nature was like, bro, y'all need to be stopped.
Every 100 years, I'm gonna fight back.
Yeah, to be
I want to
honest.
find the person who made that meme first.
For sure.
He's like, what do you know that I don't know?
So what happened? Did the meteor really kill the dinosaur?
Because yesterday me and T were talking, and how about things just need to change. Because next month, I'm scared, man.
What? Why? What do you mean?
Because every month something happened. World War III, Kobe's death, Pop Smoke's death, this.
Heard you, heard you, heard you. Yeah, I don't know. Oh my god, with when Pop Smoke died, I was like, "Yo, Pop Smoke got Pop Smoked," and I was like,
Too soon. Too soon.
Yeah, it was literally like 15 minutes of when he died. I was like, "Bro, you need to chill." But yeah, we got to see what April like. I heard De Blasio saying that he's probably not gonna let schools back this year. Like everyone like they originally had like a time of like April 20th to
Yeah.
like bring everybody back. He was like, "Yo, the way this is going, it's not gonna happen." Also, because like you see how horribly prepared the U.S. was.
Yeah.
Like the U.S. government and like everything was like not prepared to deal with this. Like,
Like,
nah.
we could have dealt with this in January. It would have been nice and simple.
Yup.
We was already home. Well, I was working, but I could have took that month off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think there's still some people that like don't practice social distancing, and I'm like,
Hmm.
dude, what are y'all doing, man? What are you doing? Like, I feel like I posted this on my story too, where like I feel like I'm in kindergarten or like I'm middle school
Yeah.
waiting for recess to start, but it's like two people that like don't pay attention. I'm like, you need to pay attention, or else we will literally not survive. That's what I feel like at this point. And also just like the racism that goes behind it and like everything that's going on with like Asian people, man, like it's crazy. Like it's not the Chinese virus, like it's the coronavirus and it affects everybody no matter what, you know?
I was like, I
But
need a miracle.
honestly, I'm really surprised that nothing has been developed yet. Like with
The,
so much money that goes into like the pharmaceuticals and like the drug industry, like nothing has been developed.
the thing is, they skipped the animal trials. They're doing human trials now, but still takes so long to do all the testing and
Mm-hmm.
all the research. Because like since it's similar to SARS, they just took that research and just put it into here. So
Mm,
right now they're trying to just test. Everybody's trying to test their version of it to see if it works. So
God.
there's three different phases. So like the first phase, so we had to wait till like the third phase for everything to be like to prove that it works.
Mm, okay. Yeah, that makes sense because they want to make sure that it actually helps people, it doesn't like hurt them even more.
Like does they actually give them corona? And it's like, oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they were talking about how like they in the beginning like they thought dogs could get it too, and everyone was like, bro, whoever has a dog, like you need to whatever. Because the only time I go outside is to walk my dog. But the
Hmm.
thing is, like the park that I go to has become so filled with people that also walk their dogs. So it's like I'm trying to maintain social distance, but then people want to like come and touch my dog, and I'm like, bro, 6 feet, like you gotta get away. Um, I
Two
was talking.
dogs got it in Hong Kong.
Yeah, yeah. I was talking with T about it yesterday, and I was like, bro, like I'm trying to walk my dogs here, and people be like, oh my god, they're so pretty. I'm like, bro, 6 feet, man. Like, chill, chill. Wash your hands before you come and touch me and my dog. Um, but yeah, I think a lot of people are starting to get it, and like I think now I heard that New York City was like labeled as like the center for the crisis in the U.S.
But we
because
do the most testing.
yeah, but I heard that we also have like the most cases. Like
Yeah,
we're like, one of the like states that have like the most cases. Like, I think we have like 10,000 plus cases now.
because
And
we
I'm
do
like,
the most testing.
yikes.
Because I think what happened was is pretty much got out already, and then most people have it already
Hmm.
or had it,
Yeah.
and then like it just sucks because like it's like people are dying randomly, and you can't really get a grasp on it, and I'm just like, man, I need answers.
Yeah. I think that's really like the biggest like tragedy too is that like I heard that because Italy has so many of like the elderly people
Yeah,
that their bodies really can't handle it and they die very quickly because they're like, you know, if you take like a body of like a 90-year-old man versus a body of like a 20-year-old person, like who are you going to try to save?
yeah.
And it's horrible that like it's had to come to that, but it's like so like I remember 2 days ago or like yesterday like almost 700 people died in one day and I was like, what is going on? Like
That's
why?
actually those are execution numbers.
Yeah, it really is like it's it's a lot of people. um and it's a lot, especially yeah, because Italy has so many elderly people.
And
But
they smoke,
yeah.
and they very affectionate. So I'm just like, y'all was not meant for this.
Yeah, I feel like too, yeah, I think the people that don't practice, staying at home or social distancing, like y'all are in for it. Like I saw this video of like this group of teens that like they went to Florida for spring break.
Yeah, and not everybody in Florida has it.
Right, bro. All of those kids were like tested positive, and I was like, literally, like I like the article that I saw that like said that they were all positive. It was like, congratulations, you played yourself, and I was like, damn, yikes. But honestly, like it's a lot. It's a lot, but we gotta see like how everything's gonna come back. Hopefully, everything comes back, and we gotta keep moving forward.
Yeah, I've been using time to learn how to program
Cool, that's good.
because I'm
Yeah,
trying to make a website for the podcast.
awesome. Yeah, learn new stuff. I think that's like the biggest thing too. Like I've been trying to learn how to code. I want to like I've been taking like free classes online, and I'm learning new stuff. Like that's like I think before time was like the thing that we didn't have, and now that we have so much, we don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
And that's been kind of like I'm seeing on Instagram. They were like, yeah, things to do while you're working from home, and I was like, guys, we always have had 24 hours in the day. you know like it's some of them were for sleep, and the rest were for like work and school. So like what can we do now that we have all this time in our hands? We still have the same hours for sleep. That hasn't changed. But yeah, like learning new things, looking up on the socials. And I learned to take breaks from the news because I watch the news too much, unfortunately.
Yeah, that got me sick last week watching the news.
Mm-hmm. Because it's so much information, and you're just like my brain literally like I had to like turn off my TV for a second, just like breathe, because I was like I'm learning too much all at once. And I was like, this is like literally I had like an overload in my brain, and I was like, I can't do this. I gotta stop. But yeah, thankfully like I have a backyard in my house, so I
Must
literally
be nice.
yeah, that's the only outside air that I'm getting. That's out of my house at all. Um, but yeah, I heard if you have like a window, you can open it. If you have like a balcony, you can get on it.
Living on
Um,
14th floor in the project, so doing well.
if you can open a window, I'm not sure, because I know in some apartments they don't allow you to open a window. Because I know my cousin, he's on like the 25th floor of like one of the buildings, and like all of his windows are locked. And I was like, bro, you
Feel
good?
like nobody gonna jump today.
Yeah, not today, not today. But yeah, and I think it's weird because they were like, you can go outside, but also like don't go outside. So I'm like, which one is it? Like you can go outside and get fresh air, but you can't go like to public places, which like makes sense. But
Yeah.
it's like I don't know. Like I have to get groceries this weekend. I don't know how that's gonna be. It'll be fun, but I
Like,
will update it on that.
what's
Yeah,
what's the
I have a picture on my phone where like I went grocery shopping 2 weeks ago, like before everything kind of went down.
yeah.
And it was empty. I'm gonna show you.
I just like how like 3 weeks ago everything was normal.
Yeah, look at that. I don't know if you can see it well.
Yeah.
But like that was the shelf of the toilet paper, bro. Like nothing was there. Also, like, why toilet paper? That's my biggest question. Like, what? Like, I mean, I understand why toilet paper, but also like, why toilet paper? Like out of everything you can get, like, I saw two guys in Australia. They wanted to sell toilet paper for like $600 on Amazon, but Amazon wouldn't let them, so they started burning toilet paper. And they posted it online. Everyone was like, "Bro, what's wrong with you guys? Like, people need toilet paper." But it was because Amazon wouldn't let them sell it for that high of a price because they just wanted to make money. And I was like,
Yeah.
y'all are jerks, man.
That's a Ziggler major.
That is a finance major at Zeke. Oh, dead. But yeah. You got any more questions, or like we just chilling?
You're just chilling.
All right, cool. But this was fun. Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, and like my apologies for like not being consistent with my time. But yeah, I was really happy to do this. This was fun. Thank you.
So I guess we're ending. So the last question always asks is, what would you name your origin story?
What would I name my origin story? These are good questions, man. What now? You making me think at 11:31 at night. What would the name of origin story be? Oof. I would say the Adventures of Gabby. As corny as it is, because I feel like every path is an adventure, and you get to know different things,
Uh-huh.
learn things as you go on, and you can always save and go back to the beginning if you want to. Yeah, yeah, the Adventures of Gabby.
Nice.
Gabby.
So that'll be the end of that episode. Nice.
Oh, thank you so much.
No problem.
All right, have a great night.
You too. See you. That brings another episode of the Let's Get podcast to a close. I want to thank Gabby for coming on the podcast. For next week, I have an attorney named Samir Bindan to talk about the justice system as a whole. I hope you continue to have a nice day and I hope to see you there.